Hello, Pisces friends. How are you? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. So happy to have all the Pisces in the house. We are going to do your November monthly finance and career tarot reading, though really this is going to be the second half of November into the mid-December, really. But as you all know, energy is free flowing. There really is no fixed start or end date, so take only what resonates, right? I always encourage my viewers to come into these readings with an open heart and an open mind, because sometimes messages will resonate for you later down the line, in the future, in a few days, in a few weeks, even in a few months, right? So if something strikes a chord with you, take it and run with it. If it doesn't seem to fit your circumstance or scenario, you can drop it like it's hot. You can release those messages that are foreign or don't seem to fit. It's probably a message for someone else, right? Ooh, you got lots of poppers here. Okay, so everything else you want to know will be in that description box below, including the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media channels. I am the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. Check that out if you are interested. Otherwise, I'm just happy to have you here on YouTube with me. Guys, I am almost at 1,000 subscribers, so if you haven't already, if you are willing to hit that subscribe button below, that would help me. That would help me so much. I would appreciate it. It's good karma, right? But yeah, I'm on my way, and I'm trying to get these messages out to those who want to hear them and who need to hear them, so drop a like, share, subscribe wherever you can. Other than that, Pisces. I almost said Pisces in love. I wonder if this is going to end up resonating more in the arena of love, which sometimes happens. I read what the cards say, but yeah, we can only try for career and finance. We'll see what's going on with that. Oh my goodness, Pisces. Bottom of your deck is incredible. Also, King of Cups. What? And King of Earth. Oh my God, and the Sun card. I could just keep going. And the Ace of Pentacles. God, I almost said GD it. These are amazing cards, moving swiftly and rapidly towards your fairy tale ending, communicating with someone potentially at home or part of your family or your soul tribe, someone who's very much in alignment with your hearts and your dreams and your desires in life. Could be romantic partnership. The King of Love, the King of Career, and happiness. Yes, please. Yes, please. So this is you, Pisces, with the water, with cups, the heart space. There may be an earth sign that's going to play a key factor in your life. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, specifically a Taurus, or even a Leo. Something about generational, building a legacy, specifically either in the career field that you're going after, or again, some of you may be meeting like a soulmate of sorts and thinking long-term about the future, about children. And if you're not interested in that sort of path, like the legacy you guys are leaving on this earth. Wow, lots of like heavy messages already, Pisces. I'm into it. All right, let's see what we got here. We'll start you off with the universe card. What does the universe want? Ooh, that jumped right out. So what does the universe want to say to Pisces before we get going here? When I am in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disturbed. All right, so this is going to be about keeping your chill, keeping your cool factor throughout life's obstacles, right? So let's see, your energy coming in. Ooh, my goodness, Pisces. You just have so many good cards. Damn, I wish I was a Pisces. I got a little bit of you in my chart. I think I got a Mars in Pisces. Anyway, the Lovers. This is a card of Gemini. It is a card of, who or what you love. It's a card of choices, really, decision making. So those decisions, whatever they are for you, maybe it's regarding your finances, your career path, you need to make those decisions with like clarity and peace of mind. And in order to do that, you need to make sure that you're taking care of your health and your body so that you are almost like an open channel for communication with source, with higher power. So you can make informed decisions based on your intuition, your internal guidance system, your internal compass. Make sure you are at a place where your mind is very peaceful, very calm, like Zen, yoga, meditative type energy, because that's going to help you with important decisions regarding relationships, regarding people, job offers, whatever that is for you. Underlying energy. I do get forging some sort of relationship or like collaboration with someone, and it could potentially be a fire sign. It's someone that you probably already know and is a dear friend of yours, or just a person in your life who you go out and have fun with the wand. So it doesn't have to be a fire sign, but it could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You guys decide to join forces together. And with wands, it's like you're going to create some magic. Maybe it's magic in the bedroom, Pisces. Ooh, my goodness. This is kind of like a naughty reading. No, what I was getting at, though, it's like business partnership for a lot of you. It's like we both have this skill, this talent. Let's like invest together and like, it's like a strong, solid partnership where there's like, you guys are counterparts to some sort of skill or trade or hobby or something that you're offering to the general public. This is a weird message. For some of you, it has to do with lighting. Do you run like a lighting department? Film sets, maybe? Light equipment, candles? Maybe you run like your home business and it's like a candle factory. Anyway, random message that came through. But that's also symbolic of like you guys have a very beautiful light together. Light workers. Oh my God. Okay, there we go. That's why that word was coming through. Some of you are light workers, which you probably are if you're watching tarot, right? Trying to spread love, light, joy out amongst the world, right? That's beautiful. That's badass. We can all be light workers. But yeah, some of you, it's like together, it's magic. It's like adding gasoline to the fire. When you guys are together, I'm just getting there's explosions of ideas. It's almost so much. There's so much here and it's so overwhelming. It's like when you guys get together, you're like whiteboarding things and you run out of room almost instantly. It seems very helter-skelter the way your minds work together. It's like pieces of paper and Post-its and scrapbooks and like lots of like little memos, and like your workspace is an atrocity. It looks like literally like a bomb went off, but it's the way your guys' mind works together. It's like in a sense, it's like a well-oiled machine, but the way you guys apply it, I heard the word applicable. Maybe applications. I don't know. The way you guys apply all this information, and I do want to say like creative material, artistic something or other, you need to channel it so that it really sticks the landing, so that it doesn't come off as these crazy, wacky, like insane professor ideas. 1 second, guys. Sorry, Pisces. I had a knock on my door there. I had someone like creeping in the window. It was freaking me out. Anyway, so yeah, I'm almost getting like mad scientist, nutty professor, or absent-minded professor. That's the term I was looking for. You have lots of ideas. It's like there's a great flow of creativity, which is fantastic, but it's almost like it needs to be gathered. It needs to be collected so that it doesn't seem so chaotic and all over the place. And maybe that's why this business partnership is so good. Maybe one of you is like left-wing creative or right-wing, whatever. The collaboration between you guys is very strong. It's like you come together and there's love there, but it's what you're creating and putting out into the world. It can pack a lot of gusto. It can pack a lot of, it just has a lot of importance. It's going to hit people in just the right way. It's going to gain their attention and their interest. So it's almost like just make sure you do it properly. Make sure you're not just throwing stuff at the wall, seeing what will stick. There needs to be like precision. That's what's important here. And maybe that's what these wands of communication are, like these rapid fire messages. It's something about needing to tame it so that it's like a golden opportunity, so that it lands and is a bankable idea that like it attracts lots of people. Sorry, Pisces, I was coughing so bad I had to pause you. So we've had 2 disruptions in this video already. That is, honestly, that is a message about this entirely. It's like there are distractions. There are things keeping you from like honing in and making it one really like, again, like shiny, golden, presentable opportunity. It's like you need to, the way like the rays or the light in like the rainbow, like the prism of light, again, something about light workers, it needs to be arranged in such a way so that it really hits. It really packs the gusto, especially if you guys are like marketing or campaigning yourselves, trying to get followers, trying to get people to see the light, to subscribe to your idea, to invest in your company, to see your vision. That's really important here. You guys are sitting on an empire. There is huge potential for growth. And look, he's got like a light wand, right? This is symbolic, Pisces, of the potential you're sitting on. Right now, it's just a seed, but it's something like with time and with the proper nurturing of this idea, you know, the cheesy metaphor, you know, a seed needs light and water for it to grow. The right ingredients, this could turn a profit really quickly and really successfully. This could become an empire. So for those who are like toying or dabbling with some sort of new skill or new business, if you're thinking about getting this degree because you want to go be a whatever, this is indicating to me that you are sitting on an idea that could be quite profitable. Again, it's not going to be for everybody, but Pisces, you're extremely intuitive. So yeah, if your intuition is telling you that you need to explore something further, this is saying go for it. It's almost like don't overthink it and get caught up in the what ifs of your feelings. Like, well, I feel this way, but, you know, common sense or, you know, the logic says that, you know, I don't really stand a good chance. There are already so many of X, Y, and Z in the world. Do they really need another one? This isn't like, it's like picking yourselves up by your bootstraps and really motivating you. And the thing is, you do have a really great sense of drive and aim. It's like, you know what you want. It's just getting there. And again, getting there will be worth it. So however you can get this seed to grow, if that involves traveling, taking it to new lands, new clients, new destinations, establishing a website to go worldwide, networking. Yeah, there's something about reaching out to multiple avenues so that you can like, it's like one by one doors are going to start opening. Things that were blocking you in the past, those obstacles are going to remove themselves or go away. Because yeah, what you have is a really good idea. It's almost, I'm surprised, well it is. I was going to say I'm surprised it's not showing up as a page, but it sort of is. And that is because this needs a little bit more maturity. You need a little bit more real world experience and like putting it out in like the reality, practicality of how this idea is going to land, how it's going to sit with people, how it's going to grow. It's like this seed needs to mature. And I heard the word germinate. Because something about the direction you're taking it in, there's nothing wrong with that, but you may end up having to course correct. You may shoot to go this way, but end up going that way later on. And I know that's a little bit vague, but it's meant to be because it isn't telling you what path to go down. You are supposed to explore it and discover it yourself because ultimately with swords, there's lessons to be learned from almost any angle or direction of this. Again, the idea of like a light prism, it's like hitting something and then deflecting another way. It's almost like the direction you think you're going in. Yes, continue to go down it, but don't be surprised if you end up kind of tracing your steps back to go in a different direction. Very interesting reading, Pisces. I'm into it. And so for a lot of you, it does feel like a choice of a partnership or like signing some sort of contract to go in together on some sort of investment. It could be property, it could be real estate, something like that. Deciding to finally like establish roots and like open your business in multiple cities or just the one, getting it started, right? It's relatively new for a lot of you. It may be just the two of you, but something about this is speaking to me about three. So there could already be like this dynamic duo that you already know, and you end up being the third person that comes in. And I'm not necessarily pinning you as like the sun, but there is some sort of, again, light, right? That term light is really important here. Light from the sun, truth, clarity. There's some sort of light you shed on potentially another, business partnership or business dynamic that it's like you become the third player, or it could go the opposite way, right? I mean, if you are presenting as the cup suit, that is your elemental, right? If this is you, Pisces, you may already have like this tag team relationship with someone and then like a third party comes in, and I will say it's positive. These are like power players, money makers. Yeah, it's like powerhouse, heavy hitting, like executive type energy. I'm just getting like business suits, formal attire, like sort of corporate. I'm not gonna lie, and I know that's not for everybody, but yeah, there's something about this. I mean, you had the Emperor come up, right? And even the Lovers, like, this is a sound decision. This is a good pairing. Something that's going to stand the test of time. The Emperor sits on the empire he's built, and it has legacy. It's well rooted. He has a very strong convictions and a very firm sense of like right and wrong in terms of like his business savvy mind. He makes executive decisions because he knows it to be true. He's following his fire, his gut instinct. It's a card of Aries. There may be a fire sign that comes into this that's going to be particularly illuminating. And you Pisces you may be a Pisces Aries cusper. That could also be what's coming through here. But good Lord, it's something you potentially love doing, or it's some sort of business in which you are spreading love and kindness to other people, however that translates for you. But it's also bankable. The king of money, the king of career. Literally, like the pre-emperor, you have them both. Again, it's like confirming there's huge potential for this seed to grow from the king to the emperor, from the king to the empire. It's a building block. It's some sort of skill or talent or product you have. You can really take it places. Like, again, travel. Some of you may be like traveling salesmen or something like that. Pitching ideas. Again, trying to get people on board with your idea, get them on your team. It's a pretty incredible read already, Pisces. I mean, you started off with 10 of Cups. Hell yeah. Anyway, let's move on. What is your challenge or focus? Temperance, moderation. Again, this has to do with balancing the anarchy. It's like you have a million thoughts going all at once. It's almost like you need to funnel them so that it comes out very smooth. I'm getting the image of something about like a factory where it's all like all this liquid, this goo, it's funneled into this giant pool, but then it comes out with like the spout at the end. So what is kind of anarchy and chaos, and you Pisces, like the water, it's swimming around in your head. It's your creativity, your spirituality, whatever, your excitement. You have wands here. It's funneling it and channeling it so that it comes out very presentable, very elegant, very smooth. It puts people at ease. Card of Sagittarius. You may be working with a Sagittarius. But I will say it's coming up as your challenge. So if that is true, we were saying something about a fire sign earlier with the Emperor, Aries, Leo, and Sag. You literally have them all. If there is a fire sign that you're thinking about collaborating with, but you have hesitation, that sort of makes sense. Because, I mean, ultimately you guys would be fire and water, right? That could be a challenging relationship, but it doesn't have to be. There's nothing about this saying don't. It's almost, I'm so sorry, Pisces, my camera froze. Something about this is saying to me, fire and water, that dynamic, you guys have very different ideas or ways of doing things, but again, together it's magic. There's something that just works about this. So don't be hesitant or afraid to take some sort of risks, especially financial risks. If you're really like pinching for pennies and money is tight now, this card is sort of acknowledging that. But even if it doesn't have to do with risking your money, this is a card of like nothing ventured, nothing gained. If you don't go out and try and make more money, nothing's ever going to come of it. So yeah, there's something about you need to take some sort of risk in how you present yourself. Even if you're not the most confident person ever, this is sort of like putting on a guise, putting on a performance, fake it till you make it. Again, the idea of selling yourself and selling your product. This is also saying use your sense of humor, Pisces. That's something that people emotionally connect with you. Or it's a means in which you connect to people through your humor and your kindness. So it's like tapping into the emotions. I said something similar to Gemini. That is going to help. It's going to help you gain confidence, but you will be less in your head about it. It's going to have like a natural flow to it with practice, the more you do it. Interesting message. All right, so what is the help available to you? The Four of Fire and the Star. So you have the Soulmate card. You have the Lovers and the Soulmate card. Maybe for some of you this is a love reading. It could be. a solid, steady foundation, huge potential for growth, right, in the long term. It's frequently shown as a wedding or some sort of like celebration among crowds. It's a victory, right? We've accomplished something great. We've taken our business to new places, and now we're going to celebrate the successes. You also have the Star, the card of Aquarius. Thinking broader, thinking wider networks, more clients, more vendors, more students, more opportunities. It's like, it's taking your business to new lands. The idea of a unicorn, it's like, the most beautiful creature in all the land. There's something unique and different about what it is that you're selling or offering or contributing. Keep following like your dreams, but it's also your intuition. Your intuition is what's guiding you in this new venture. And again, we already know there's huge potential for success here. And I said the same thing to, I don't know, it may have been Gemini. There is something very different about what you're doing, and so it may give people pause. It may not be the most like easily digestible thing. If it's new and different, people tend to back away from that. People fear what they don't understand, and it's a metaphor for this unicorn. It's beautiful and unique and amazing, but it may take a second for people to actually like learn to love it, or get used to using it or doing this thing that they've always done in that different way with that different spin that you're putting on it. But what you do may bring people together. It may unite people. You have the Emperor again. You have the Emperor twice, Pisces. You may have the best career reading. This is all very vague. It's not giving me a lot of specifics of what this is, but if you're resonating with it, you're going to know. Let's see. Stand firmly in your ground. Or what is the expression? That didn't come out right. But you already have a very steady foundation, a solid structure on which you can build upon. So there's something about being unshakable. And okay, it has to do with criticism. Whatever people may throw at you because they don't understand this new idea, again, it's innovative and unique and different. It might be kind of weird or wacky or silly. People see it as kind of comical and ridiculous. You need to stand firmly in what you're selling. You need to believe in the product that you are selling yourself. You need to believe in whatever it is that you're spreading the word to the public about. You have to believe in yourself too. Ultimately, your product is only as good as the way that you sell it, and ultimately you are representing your product or whatever it is that you're doing. So it's like you need to come in like boss lady, boss man. Again, like a major heavy hitter, whatever it is you're doing, even if you don't feel like it, if you feel like a fish out of water, Pisces, if you feel like, again, you kind of have to fake it a little bit because you're not insanely confident about this new business venture yet, it's coming in with boss energy. It's commanding the room. It's owning it. It's demanding the group's attention, especially if you're asking for funding or a loan or backing, support of some kind. You need to come into the room like you've already got it. Like it has to do with almost like strut your stuff, like you got this. It's in the bag. It's manifesting, really, right? It's if you talk about it like it's already happened, if you speak about this product like it's already successful, like you've already acquired the loan, like it's already reached 1 million clients, that's your mindset. You have to keep it's like keeping your head in the game. You are the emperor, you are the empress, right? And even with this little like staff, it calls to me about the Hierophant, which is all about commitment. It can be a card of marriage, right? Some of you may be going into business with your spouse, but it's committing to the ideas, to the scripture, right? Committing your life to God, to the purpose, to, again, whatever your 10 of Cups is, to building that family, to building that successful business, to fill in the blank. It's committing to your path, whatever that is for you. And it's going to be a little bit different for everybody, but it's owning it. It's celebrating your accomplishments and successes. even if you feel a little bit shaky at times, and you will. That's why the Four of Pentacles is coming up. It's a card of not wanting to take risks, but needing to. You may want to hide in your giant puffy coat and like escape from the world, which is such like a Piscean, but also water sign energy. It's like you need seclusion. Universe is asking you to really raise your vibe and step up and like strut your stuff on stage, right? Some of you may be models, actresses, singers, dancers, whatever. What is your advice or guidance? The Seven of Earth. Okay. So this is the card of assessment, looking at the crops you've essentially planted and assessing if they're going to grow. Do they have enough sunlight? Do they have enough water? It's looking at, again, the foundation. You have a lot of cards of foundation. Where's my other one? Looking at what you've already planted and trying to get the ingredient just right so you can really capitalize on the successful growth of this opportunity, of this business partnership, right? I mean, for a lot of you, you're collaborating with someone and it's like a marriage. It's like a business marriage. Your work wife, your work husband, you know that funny expression? How do we make this better is your advice or guidance. And that's true. You've had a lot of cards that saying you have a great foundation, but there's room for growth. There's huge potential for expansion. How do we bust through the obstacles and challenges we're currently facing so that we can achieve, again, another power player? The Queen of Fire, an Aries card. Again, Pisces, Aries cusp is going to be huge for you. That might be two people you're working with. And granted, I know you are Pisces as well. But yeah, so that you can become the king or queen of your career and have a successful business relationship or romantic partnership that takes off with flying colors. How do you make it better is your advice or guidance. You're already crushing it. If you guys don't already know that and need to hear it, this is already magic in the hand, whether you realize it or not. Look at these cards. Are you kidding me, Pisces? The underlying energy, okay, interesting, is the Three of Swords. Because you don't want to get your heart broken. You don't want to be disappointed. You don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to muddy the waters. You don't want to make it complicated. You don't want to have to do the mental gymnastics anymore. This is sort of saying to me that you're worried too much about the what ifs. How could this go wrong? How could this fail? It's something about if you raise your vibration, again, how we were talk about it like it's already happened. Talk about it like it's already been done. It's already manifested. Even in relationships. I've already met my Prince Charming. I'm just biding my time until, it's your mindset. This is about not clouding your mindset with poor judgments or with negative self-talk, a defeatist attitude. What's trumping this sadness, this depression, this heartbreak is think it through. How do we make it better? Against pentacles, money, growth, opportunity, seeds that become flowers, acorns that become oak trees. How do we capitalize on this? How do we make the ingredients right so it can continue to grow and thrive with flying colors? It's not just adding one or two things that make it kind of successful or a little bit better. Like, this is full gusto. This is like impressing the board of executives. You may be working on a team with many, many, many power players, huge amounts of investors, people who it feels like you are putting your fate in their hands. You really aren't, Pisces, because this idea is your own. It's not theirs. Even if you're asking for their support or their money, it's your unique gift and talent. It's quirky. It's kind of weird. Some people think it's comical and don't take it seriously. Some people think it's kind of like imaginary, woo-woo, psychic, tarot type. People who they're not keen on that idea. It's like you need to convince them because you're the mother effing emperor. Like, you are building an empire, so like they better listen up and follow suit, because when you walk into the room, watch out. Like, it's fire. Pisces, this is an incredible reading. I feel the energy and enthusiasm you have for it. And yeah, I mean, you have amazing cards. You have amazing cards. What's going to be your downfall is your self-doubt. It's lacking confidence and focusing on the what ifs. The the struggles, the obstacles that may present themselves and haven't even presented themselves yet, get out of that headspace. Your thoughts are going to cloud your judgment. Focus on the positive, focus on the growth, celebrate the accomplishes that you've already seen come to fruition, because where's that card? There's already been some, whether you recognize it or not. There's already things to celebrate, but it's like, follow that rainbow to the pot of gold, because there's huge amounts of money and money to be made potentially, but the value of what you're offering is huge. Even life-changing. Like, I'm getting really extreme words. I don't mean to be like a crazy hype man, but like, it's a really strong reading, Pisces. I don't know what else to tell you. So you have speaker. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. So communication is going to be key. Selling yourself, marketing yourself, your skills, your talents, your products. And infinite abundance. I am not surprised we're seeing this. You are fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. I see this card as like the Empress, which is, again, like the natural counterpart to... Where's my Emperor? Where are my Emperors at? You have a couple of them. The God. It's literally called the God in this deck, Pisces. You might be doing something with spirituality. That's very possible. I see this card as like an Empress, which is the divine counterpart to the Emperor. Again, counterparts, partnership, collaborators, investors, vendors, however you want to look at it. There are heavy hitters involved in this ball game. It's like everybody's showing up like with major steam and gusto. So again, even if you have to fake it till you make it and, you know, dress to the nines, even though you barely have $5 in your pocket, do it, because it's going to take you places. And it's going to be in alignment with your hopes and your dreams and your wishes and like your long-term goals and plans and future happiness, really. All right, Pisces, that's what I got for you. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what resonates for you, and I will see you very soon for more tarot.